Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure, and you're watching the Transport Fever 2 Mainline, and arguably the best level crossing in the history of mankind. Yeah, unfortunately those trucks have now passed, but there's a train coming in a sec, so that will all be good. Last time we built what could be described as quite a good bit of hub action, if you like seeing the toings and froings of many trains. Because there's plenty going on in there, and we'll go take a peek at that in just a moment. There's an Atlantic running backwards. That's nice to see. Here we go. Yeah. I didn't even have to go very far. As you can see, 3 trains in the platform at once. That's the kind of business that we like to see. Thing is, I don't think this is big enough. So we're picking up with the reverse angle here at the Bongolia Freight Interchange, as I'm calling it right now. Later I'll call it something else. Daisy, maybe. Yeah, it's we've just had one left. You're waiting for a clear, and you won't get it until that's done something. I don't know. I've put a release signal in there somewhere, but who knows. Either way, this is busy enough to warrant more behaviour, in which case it will need additional platform action, which I shall get to presently. I just want to do a very swift review of the plan before we get to that. One of the reasons that I'm thinking about doing a bit more here is this little oil cluster and the associated lumber and what have you that's hanging on down there. Ooh, that's a fun idea. Is it? What's the fun idea? Oh, okay, all right, I'll show you since we're talking. Right here, this is the passenger line, right? So, and there, I've got to get to this sawmill. I imagine it's not the only thing. You've got all this oil, yeah, and you've got the Raccoon City forest going on there as well. Now, this oil is actually kind of critical right now. It's making very good money because we get the oil direct from Raccoon City North, which then comes up and gets refined over here before being carted back and turned into plastics, which in an ideal world then ends up on a ship that heads up to City 17. But since I instituted the freight hub here, who knows where it goes? It goes all over the shop. So what I was initially debating was grabbing these. Let's include that one in this mix as well. These 5-6 industries, ramping them over here towards the Bongolia interchange. Right, it's not a million miles away, but of course it's a mainline, and therefore I could just as easily run it somewhere else. And the thing that occurred to me a moment ago that I shall now relay to you is I could actually put in a little cheeky side freight station here and run a freight service up the line until the merger at Hill Valley. It's not merging at Hill Valley. No, look, here goes your line. Oh yeah. Well, where's the merger point then? Flipping miles away, son. It's just such a long way away. Oh, well, okay, maybe the merger just outside Miranda, which I'm sure to put a stop in there at some point, soonish, probably. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna make executive decision time. I will do exactly that, but only with these 2 lumber services here. So we'll take the forest. We'll run that direct down to the sawmill, and then from there, I don't know. No, I just don't know. No, I've no idea. But what we will do is we will take. Yeah, I'm going to scrap this oil setup, which is a terrible idea. I mean, it's woeful. No, it's not woeful. It's a great idea. It's woeful. It's a woeful idea. No, right. I'm going to put in a freight station. If I can get capture radius on all 4, I doubt it, actually. That's going to need to be 2 freight stations. That's exciting. And then we'll run those up to the interchange. Yes. We'll put in another freight station, or freight line, I should say, with stops at the 2 oil wells here that will run into Raccoon City. Crikey, this is a big job. And we'll go from there. All right, so you're going to need to upgrade the Raccoon City station Yeah, that's not so tough. Yeah. Where does this go? Up here. Okay, yeah. Oh, it picks up from here. Okay, yeah. And then the passenger line splits into a single. Right, gotcha. Okay, fine. No, that's semi-logical. Semi-logical, yeah. Okay. Crikey, this is a big job. Get over it. Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave the truck lines in place. Because I think in order to maintain the level of performance that I'm getting from the game right now, at some point I am going to need to simplify services as we kind of press on. And so now's as good a time as any. Right, one stop here. No, I don't need electrification, but thank you anyway for asking. And I think that needs to sit in there. Get tendrils up on that one, and then we'll have another one over here that will pick those two. Okay, get to work. I'm getting to work. All right. Now, the only downside is that this will have to be a naffy's job so that we can carry both lumber and oil. But only on that one. This one could be straight oil tankers. Oh, good. Okay, well, we like that. Yes, we do. Yeah. This is... I'll tell you, look, I'm getting the unease about all of this kind of caper purely because I'm wrecking something that's working. Right, yeah. You might want to put a little bit of road in there, but let's see if it's got the ability to talk to it yet. That's a freight station. Yeah, that's what I want. Go on. There you go. Yeah, super. Okay, right. Yeah, that's easy enough. I've got an unspeakably unholy amount of money, so none of this is going to concern me in the slightest. We're now purely into the, I guess, aesthetics and... well, first lap is all about just make everything work, and then second lap is about the aesthetics of making it work. Right, so if I run you to around there, you've got to be able to hook in. Yeah, okay, that'll probably do. All right. I mean, that's a very quick piece of unplanned trackage you've got going on there. Yeah, I do usually put a little bit more effort into thinking about the direction that I'm going, but this feels kind of rightish. All right, well, let's consider the junctioning that you're going to do over here. And this is, of course, before I turn my attention to other areas that I haven't necessarily connected yet. It's tempting to try and bring all of this Mongolian lumber action down this way. But it's working right now, and therefore I might just leave well alone. Station's empty. Pause. Right. Okay. Are you going to delete the station? Are you going to remap the station? What's your station plan? It's anybody's guess. Yeah. I don't know. No, it's very obvious that you don't really have a consistent plan here, or coherent plan, or anything. But you know, it's going to be a flaming adventure to figure out exactly what we're doing. Right, so the flaming adventure is underway. You know, that was a bit of a pain to set up. Yep, and it will be just as much of a pain to set up the second time as well. We'll shove this train a little bit further down the track. Yeah? Oh, yeah, you've made a right mess of that. Yeah, good. Yes, and then... Alright, so what are you bringing in? 2 more trains? Yeah. At least you're bringing in 2 more trains from what is the western side of things. Okay, alright, that's fine. You bringing any more in from the, whatever that is, east? Don't know, let's have a look. What have we got? We're already doing this steel from over there. You've got all of this caper going on. I don't know what your plan is on that front, because it's all got to go to a freight hub somewhere. You could do this at Camberwick Green. Oh yeah, okay. Because you're going to need something there as well. Then you've got Miranda for the next one. You don't need to try and tie everything into a single station. If anything, that's going to make it more difficult to get it working. So I think you're going to need a Camberwick Green stop of some description. Can we? No. Okay, well, it was worth a look. Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, definitely worth a look. All right, yeah, all right. So we're doing Camberwick Green expansion at the same time, because there's nothing better than taking something that's already a bit convoluted and making it more so. Right, give me that. Give me this 2-track. No, you better make it 4. Okay, which sides are we coming in from? All right, you've got a bit coming in from the bottom. Yeah, you'll have some coming in from the top. Yeah, I think we might need to go 6. All right, make it full length. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a flipping busy one as well. Yes, it is. Right, more bulldozing then. Yeah. Okay, you know, this is a project, it could be done all on itself. Yeah. Also, I feel relatively confident in saying we are not going to be done with this in one shot. This is going to take a couple of videos to get through this, because there's a lot of work here. Right, just hook that up onto there. We'll worry about what it looks like in a minute. All right, there. Just so that it's in. Just purely because. Right? Okay, good. You sure you don't want to grab that lumber? I do want to grab the lumber, but I'm not going to. Not just yet. What are you going to do then? All right, we're going to... you've got a lumber and oil line, and then a double oil this is just oil refining, dude. You've got to get the actual oil in the first place, and the only way you're going to do that is from an oil well. Yeah, well done. Yeah. Now here's the thing, if I drop this oil direct at Raccoon City, what I'm going to end up with is a lot of oil waiting here, and there's already some just sat there waiting for anything to happen to it, and then a bunch more that could go in either direction. Either way, you are not going to be bringing in enough oil to service all of these refineries. Right, so what then? Okay, so we changed the plan. Instead of taking these direct to Raccoon City, yes, we put on dedicated oil trains to run via Raccoon City out on the main line, out to here and back again. Okay, so that's 2 trains there that are going to be travelling on the main line. Yeah, okay, they can have 1 platform. And then these 2, they can share a platform as well. So we need 2 more platforms. All right. You know what else? What? Probably bulldoze all of this, son, because it's just going to get in the way. Yeah, 2 more platforms. Well, that's just going to affect your routing rather than anything else. So if we get rid of these tunnels, I wanted to relay those anyway because they're not very pretty. I thought we were only worried about function right now. We are, but at the same time, you know, tunnels are a major bit of infrastructure to relay, and therefore, you know, it's worth making a little bit more time to lay those out to start with. Yeah, there's a nice junction there. Well, you say nice. Well, okay, what I mean by that is there is a junction that works. All right, yeah, that's valid. Right, okay, leave that there. Yeah, okay, and then what? Okay, well, get the levelling gun out. And we're not going to mess around with this. Ramp it right up. Okay. And knock this out enough so I can get another couple of platforms in on the edge there. That's the wrong tool. That's the tool you want. There you go. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Actually, I'm as much as I throw a yeah in there, I've no idea. This is not an elegant piece of design that I'm doing here in the slightest, in terms of any kind of efficiency. Right, an empty cargo platform for cargo. All right, well, you know what? I think I've got enough space to do one of these. Right? Yeah. Well, I don't know. You tell me. Well, I don't know. All right, so one of those. Yeah. And then we'll go over to cargo everything's, platforms rather. Cargo platform here. Right, and that gives us that middle block, which theoretically could be storing some stuff. In reality, I've no idea. And then you're going to need a track. You're going to run out of space. It's not going to allow you to expand further. Well, we'll see how we go. Alright, okay, so there's another platform. Yep. Alright, you need another track next to that for your other additional platform that you're sticking in. But the good news is for this one, doesn't go any further. Alright, so it's all coming in from the western side of the map. Right, and then you need another platform. Yeah. So that it can at least unload. This is just going to be ridiculous. Yeah, but if it works, this is going to be, this is going to be nicely busy, and people will be, they'll absolutely love what's going on here. I think we'll even put a little bit more there you go, a storage platform. I love the storage platforms. They make me positively giddy in their ubiquity. All right, I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that too. Yeah, thanks. Good. Yeah, we've done well. I think we've done okay so far. All right, that's beefy. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now what? Well, we've got to figure out which is the main line. Probably the middle. Yeah. So we got six tracks. The middle is probably the main line. Can I sneak her just out of interest? Yes, you could possibly sneak her. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, let's sneak her. Just in case. I know I've got some little short unit stuff coming in here, so that might come in handy there. I think you're going to need to move all of this. Yeah. No, you're on the wrong gubbins there. You want this. Right, get rid of that. Yeah. Get rid of this. Yeah. Shove these trucks out of the way. No, road. That's road. Yeah, but I'm shoving trucks, you see, so that's fine. We'll fix that flipping horrible level crossing that we had there and see if we can't make that a little bit more attractive. Okay. Good. Right, we've got ourselves a playing field. Now let's make it a level playing field. Huh? No? Okay. Might just be me. I just say that quite a lot, and therefore, that it pleases me that I get to use it in a slightly different sense. And I do enjoy a bit of language from time to time. Right. Okay. So excitement. Right. Let's hook up the main line. Yes, and then we'll see what sort of trouble we've got ourselves into. All right, okay, yeah. All right, go flat to there, all right, because it might come in useful, and we might even flatten further than that, but leave it with me, we'll see. Okay, good. Are we done? No. Right, we now need to get round to this junction, which was working absolutely fine, and I see no reason why it wouldn't continue to do so. Right, do you think we maybe want a quad-track approach here? I think it's something we should definitely be considering. Alright, okay. Can't see because there's flipping smoke all over the place. But that's half the appeal of running in the steam era, though, is to have a load of flipping smoke all over the place. The other thing, incidentally, while I'm talking about eras, is from the next couple of episodes, maybe next one, maybe the one after, I will turn the time back on so it starts advancing again. The reason I held it up was purely so that we could enjoy this steam era for a little while longer. Before we start to let more modern technologies come in. I think it's incredibly likely, if not a certainty, that when the crocodile becomes available, I try and find somewhere to use it. But we're a couple of years away from that yet. Right. Yeah. Okay, so what we've got here is you're going to come in with your coal, and you can have the first platform. Although, hold on, where's everything else coming from? With you now having bulldozed all the flaming tracks, it's quite difficult to figure out exactly what's happening here. No. All right, okay. Coal train comes in on that new platform that you just slung in. Yes. Okay. These two here, these two that are not mainline, they're hooked up over this side. You're going to need to bulldoze this junction as well. I know. And that's going to handle my steel creation and this food gubbins and the what's that called? Goods factory. Right. Yes. Okay. I think you're definitely going to be quad-tracked out the other side of the tunnel. That will make life... Yeah, see, look, we've got... I think you've got your merger, your splits and changes and all of that kind of business from single to quad track. I think you've done that too soon. I think these points it needs to be quadded all the way. Is that like jingle all the way? No, it's not. Although it is just as festive. Oh, no. Don't put the train there. Look, I need you to shove forwards. Thank you. All right. Yeah. That's one of the finest things that happens in Transport Fever 2 is trains getting shoved along. Can't remember if it did it in Transport Fever 1 or not, but certainly in Train Fever, you couldn't delete anything that there was a vehicle on. But now you can just, hutch them out of the way. Right, so here's the scheme here, is we'll run you through this hill, just as we did before. Why is this tunnel now so long? Your guess is as good as mine. What I'd really like is to take a sample height. Why was that working before but it's not now? I haven't changed the elevation there. I don't know. Okay. It would be useful if you did know. I know it would. I think we're going to need the terrain tool here, and we carve out a little gully of our very own. All right, well, that's high risk. Hold on, what's going on here? It's a bit more track, look. All right, okay. Well, let's get shot of that. All right, give me this. Yeah, give me that. There. Right. Gently does it. Very nice. Good. And again. All right, okay. Yeah. Super. All right, that just whoop. Now, bring out the train track. This is going to work. This is going to look great. Give me this. Run it to around here. And what we want is for it to stay on the flat. Yeah, okay. Need to go a little lower. And the reason for wanting to stay on the flat is because that way it means that any points and switches and all of that kind of business that I lock in here, they should be moderately, if not superbly tidy. There you go. Right to about there. Wait for it. Right to about there. Okay. You kind of go, well, yeah, I mean, that's one. Yes, but now I've got multiple options, right? By bringing up more tracks this way, that will extend the amount of track that we've got that's on the right level here. So as we stick in number 2, that will work. Alternatively, I can grab the height that that first track is on, and run that. Wait for it. No, run that with the flattening tool to take everything else to that level. Right, we'll stick in a track here that we're not going to need. This is purely to make one tunnel rather than 2. I don't think it's gonna fit. No, you're gonna have to do another one. All right, it's fine. I'm comfortable enough with doing another one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One tunnel, we'll see, rather than 2. Big, fat, wide tunnel. I love a big, fat, wide tunnel. Yeah, we're the same person, so therefore, yes. What's happened there? It's not worked. No, it's not. Okay, all right, nice. Go again, but obviously fix it. Oh, it's because you didn't bring that out. There you go. You've got to come out as far as there. Would you mind coming out as far as there? No? Do you want me to take you further back a little bit and try it again? All right, I'm up for that. That's not a problem. All right, you, come here. All right, come out and snap alongside that, and then we get the tunnel entrance. Right, and you going along here. Cease your complaining. That's it. Right, you as well. There you go. You come in along here. And that's it. Good. Right. I just want to have a quick look without all of the overlay business on. Turn that off. So there's my big fat tunnel. Ignore this. That's horrible. Yes, let's make it less horrible just quickly. Wait, gently. Don't crash the flaming game. There you go. Bit of that. Yeah, just a bit of that. Just a little bit. Just a smidge of that there. All right, it's better. It's not great. No. Oh, hold on. You've got a little bit of going on here as well. All right, it's all right. I'll fix it. There you go. See? Huh? Right. Shut it then. Right, so Punch through the tunnel, yes. That gives us the main line on the left. Yep. This complicated segment of quite high traffic over there on the right, that should be fine. Now, what are you going to do with these two middle tracks? Well, I think what I'll probably end up doing is keeping them in place and sceneryizing them. That is not a word. It should be. Okay. Yeah, we'll make them scenic. And I think one of the things I plan on doing on the second pass, and you might go, oh no, but it always breaks and you never get around to doing the good bit. Yeah, I know. It's a risk that I'm prepared to take. Because I've got, given the settings of this map, where it's only a large, it's not a megalomaniac size map, and the towns are all set up to not go completely and utterly bananas in terms of size. What I'm hoping is that the second lap actually happens, but I am intending to run some of the little shunting services. If you watched my swing at kind of high detailing that I did a couple of series ago, you will possibly recall my iron and coal mines, where I'd got lots of little shunting services going hither and yon, and that didn't actually have a purpose, and that their entire reason for existing was to make it look kind of cool. And I thought at the end of the day it actually looked kind of cool. Now I can easily support the running costs of those, and therefore in order to bring some life into some of these stations, I may add some switching services or empty stock moves or stuff like that. Now then, what we know here is that the middle two tracks, as we look at them now, I love that you can see all the way through the tunnel. The middle two tracks are completely redundant. The right-hand side, as we look at it now, is the main line, and these two are the convoluted interchange line. Right, okay. Also, yes, we're quite a lot lower than we want to be. Yeah, keep shoving it this way. All right. Hello, autosave. Nice to see you. I'll let you finish doing your thing. Go on. Go on. There you go. Right. Moving on. Right, here we are. That's it. Keep shoving that up there. I'll make it work. It'll be fine. Oh. Poo pants. Right, there you go. Just grab it again. Connect it back up. Yeah, that's it. And then delete the end bit. And shove it away. Get out of the way. We've got complicated to do here, sunshine, and you're not helping. Yeah. That's it. Right. That might be enough room. It might not be, but we'll find out. I'll tell you something else that's not going to work. What? This? No, it's not, is it? Right. Take out all of that. I mean, the good news is nobody uses that at the moment. That's just there for life and reasons. So, given that track alignment, I'm going to run these two, and we'll rock a merger in here. And it's going to look great. Yeah. Okay. Does it look great? Yes. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Right. You as well. Yeah. Now what's pleasing about this is I don't need to cover all tracks with all things, because this is just going to be regular one-way track in the way that the Mainline is. You sure? Yep. Don't even need to double slip that. That's going to work. I might double slip it if I do end up running shunters up into the tunnel and back again, but that's not today's problem. Right, let's go. You are Mainline, which is now over here. You sure it's left? Could be. Yeah. You've also got another tunnel there. Yes. Which makes this quite a convoluted cut. And you're going to have another convoluted cut go out that way as well. I'm going to allow it for now, and we'll see what it ends up looking like. I think we're going to need to do a little bit of work with the terrain tools to tidy that up a little bit. But it should be okay. You're going to need to make this move before you get to that tunnel, or it's going to look ugly. Yep. Okay. There you go. There you go. You've got your own special tunnel for special people. Right. Over here onto that one. Don't too much slope me. It's too much sloping you. Okay. Well, we've got more room to play with. Yeah. It's alright. It's okay. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah, I've got an extraordinary high level of faith that this is going to be good. Which is why I said that at least 4 or 5 times. Yeah, is that not just convincing yourself, though? There is a little element of that, certainly, but at the end of the day, it is going to look good. Right, give me that. Go on. Go on! Don't make me do this in 2. You're going to make me do it in 2. Okay, fine. To about there? I don't know. Eyeball it. A little bit further. To about here. Yeah, that's better. Alright, okay. That's the line it took originally through those trees. That's kind of nice. I like that. And then on to there. And don't tell me there's too much slope, because there isn't. Yeah. What do you think? Cheeky tunnel? I think it's cheekoid. I think it's just too long to be completely cheeky, but we have got to go uphill, and therefore there's no real avoiding this. I do have some slight concerns that the other mouth of the tunnel there is going to look a little bit clipping track, but the only way we can find that out is by doing it, so let's give it a go. You snap onto there, and then let's see how you like life. Clipping onto the track. Yeah. Yep. You know what that is? It's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. New plan, new plan. Right, okay, fine. Right, yeah, get on to that. Alright, get off this. Here. Get behind me. Satan. Right, there you are. That's good. Yeah, new plan. New plan. Yeah, that's a new plan. Oh, okay, so the new plan involves quite a lot of bulldozing. Most plans involve quite a lot of bulldozing, and often, I may even say oftentimes, because I feel like it, oftentimes they are the best plans. They're not, though, are they? Alright, so we run this out. Just keep running it. Yeah, no, wait. You sure? Yes. Alright, keep running it. Yeah, go up to about there. Alright, now then, that's because that's a dead track, right? Yeah, you all know that. Well then, this smoke being in the way is a little bit disheartening. Then you are going to be a real track, right? As is the next one. It's a real track for real people. Yeah. Okay. And then what? This one's going to do some kind of crossing manoeuvre over like this, and then we will double slip that, which should allow us to do all of the things that are necessary to be done here. How much have you thought this through? Very little. I've just got to... It just means that it's not going to be quite as efficient as it would have been otherwise. There is a higher level of probability that we will have trains queuing here in some fashion. Oh well, I know. Well, ain't that a kick in the pants? Not especially. Right, and then we can run this. Come over here. Run this in the way that we wanted to do the other one. Yes. It's all right. You're kind of going, well, how is this going to be any different than what you did before? I see, because now I've built in a spacer, you see, and then in a moment I'm going to delete that spacer, and you're going to go, oh, flipping heck, he's a genius. Or you'll go, yeah, that's what I would have done as well. Either way, we're both geniuses. So there you go, that's good. Right, you get round onto here and don't bellyache about it. Is that the correct side? At this point, it's very hard to tell. Alright, try it. What does it look like? Suitable. Smashing. Yeah. What side of that was that side? Okay, then we'll do just a bit. There you are. Lovely. Super. Everybody's happy. It's Mardi Gras. And then, yeah. What are you going to do with this? Well, I'm going to delete that. Yeah. And that. Yes. And this. You're going to need the smoothing gun there. Yeah, I know. There's a smoothing gun in a lot of places, friendo. This is not something that is a non-smooth scenario. Do you want to bring this back a bit? Yeah, because I can do something more tasteful with that as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this. And then be tasteful. Just rock that over there. Oh, hold on. If you get your starting... No, your starting point is absolutely bang on. All right. Mirror that. Yeah, well, I say mirror. Replicate that, and then it looks zesty. Yeah. That's how you do that. That looks great. Sort out that jagged business in the middle, would you? It's just, you know, it's really undermining my happiness. Yeah. You're facing the wrong way. Okay, yeah, thank you. Sorry, I had a moment there where I went, I thought I'd sorted this out so it looked great. And then I realised I was looking the wrong way. All right. Do you want to... Hold on. Do you want to... Yeah. Yeah, you do. You do want to... Come on, keep doing it. I think you might need a smoothing gun here. I think the Madcat flattening bad boy is going to be unhelpful. All right, try it. Yeah. Just gently. Gently. Get rid of this jagged business. Thank you. That's it. Right, yeah. And then a bit of this. Alright, you can leave that now, because any time now you're going to make this look horrible. So just leave it. Okay, done. And then get me some ballast. Gravel? No, I want ballast. Ballast is the one that will look good. That's this one. All right, maybe reduce the brush size ever so slightly. And ballast it. Yeah. See, that way it looks like it's properly laid out, and it's had actual engineers through here, and they've gone, oh yeah, see what you need in there, yeah, ballast. How much? Oh, a good shake. Yeah, we'll get our ballast shaker out and somewhat go to town. Now, the cool thing about this, I love doing this, right? This is, well, I don't love doing it. It's not that thrilling an encounter. But by getting rid of the little croppy bits of grass, it makes it look, firstly, as though that bit of the line is more in use. And secondly, if you end up deleting the line, it leaves the terrain colouring there, which is great because you can see where your paths have been. But as you discolour the side of the line, it brings the whole thing to life a little bit more and makes it look like semi-authentic and what have you. Although you've done a little bit too much there. I have. Yeah, you're going to want to take that back again. Riverbed? I don't think that's the appropriate colour. Give me some grass cutted. Okay? About half strength. Just, a little bit of just a dab on there. And that'll look sound as a pound. Alright, cool. Okay, so that's restored what was working already, except it hasn't because this is all broken now. Yeah, you've done maybe 30% of what we're trying to do here, and in so doing, I've got you to about the point at which it was sort of working beforehand. Also, and I don't like to point it out, I think these are running two-way lines. Oh God, yeah, I think they are as well. Actually, there's nothing to stop you continuing to run like that. That's fine. You think? Yeah, just be careful with the signalling later on. Okay, so now we turn our attention to the other direction. Oh, crikey, I knew this was going to be a big project. Well, I mean, you set it up to be a big project. That's true. All right, so if we're bringing in all this oil business, yeah, we're going to run this oil business up the line here. Would it not make more sense to run this up to the bridge at Raccoon City, then peel off and take it direct? That would make a lot of sense. Okay. And then, you know what you could do? What? This would make it extraordinarily high profit, is you could then just run it all straight back again and then truck it the last distance over to the whatnot. Or even just, take it straight into the hub there. I don't want to do that. Why? Because it's a really large amount of work. Right. Okay. No, right. Okay, let's carry on. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Yeah, what's these? What are these for? Oh, that's a good question. Thanks. But I'm going to ask it again because you haven't given me an answer. What are those for? Yeah. Okay, so those are going to be drop-offs. Yep. How about we... Yeah, okay. There you go. Just... That's it. Yeah. Take it away. They can't hurt you if you take the track away. Take the track away. Shove these two mainline services well up the line there. And push him back into his station. Alright. Okay, I'm not sure that went well. It went well. You're okay. Alright, we might need to unpause the game. I mean, I think the time to do that would have been a moment ago. I want the smoke to dissipate. There you go. Come on. Clear off. I need to see what I'm doing. Yes, I know it's an unmid. Would you mind, please? Thank you. Please, thank you. Thank you. Please, thank you. Thank you. There you go. Right. Yeah, it's an unmitigated disaster. All the trains are going to be confused. It's going to take me flaming ages to unpick this. But it's worth it. Because this is the bit that you enjoy the most. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. All right, so you're going to drop off on your own line. You don't even need to talk to the main line. The only reason I'm making you talk to the main line is because it makes for, you know, trains having to wait at signals. And trains having to wait at signals are cool. Right, stick that on there. That's the main line. I may well bulldoze this again, but I want something in as a guide before I press on. Okay. Now then, what are you going to do with the oil once you have it? I think we still come out this way. But it could just as easily go back this way. I think we're coming in this way. Yeah. I'm tempted. Yeah. You know what? I am going to run these up the main line all the way to Bongolia and then back again. So these are the two oil only dispatch lines here. Also, I'm going to cancel this truck line that we've got here and replace it with a very, very short rail service. Not because I'm an obsessive about having nothing but rail services, more because it's going to look great. And at this stage, having trucks charging around all over the place is just getting in my way. Okay, so, you know, that's going to be a thing as well. Sure. Yeah, it wasn't complicated enough already. No, it wasn't. No. We needed to make it more complicated. Yeah, no, I can see the wisdom in that. Most definitely. Right, okay, so Johnny Coal line here. I'm upgrading you. You can have your own track. Now, the track is going to need to talk to the main line in case we ever need to send out another service, or if you need a depot or something along those lines. Right, okay, and then this is going to be quite an aggressive swerve. How aggressive? That much? That's not too bad. Oh, no, wait. Then, yeah, no, I like it. Okay, so if you go from here, right, and we make that one do this, yes. This is for depot-based action only, you see, but laying it in now will actually look semi-respectable. Stick that in there as well. I like it. Yeah, no, I like it too. Do you think the viewers will like it? You know, I think they probably will. And if they don't, stuff them. Right, okay, so that's nice. Yeah, sorry, just bothering me. There you are. Okay, yeah, and then what? Well, okay, we need to get over onto these final two platforms. Also, you want to finish hooking that up? Yeah, I'll do that now. Get this out of the way. That's bothering me. It's not bothering you. Yeah, it is. Because it's ugly. Yeah. Also, why is it meandering? Stop that. Silly. You're not a child. Right, yes. Now, run this down there and then create a set of points just so that we do have that all-important depot access should we require it. See, that's gone well. Yeah. Are there two trains on there? Well, something ain't right. You're very correct. What's going on? What is even happening? That looks like a main line. It is that's a mainline train. You shoved that up there as well. That's going to be very confused. Yeah. Okay. Nah, right. Okay. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Grab the next track. Yep. Alright, so this. Yeah. I like the idea of all of these branching at exactly the same moment. I think that will look quite cool. You go over there like that. Yep. Now, is this two-way or one-way? This is going to have to be two-way. Well, okay. Well, this is all moderately flat, so you could probably work in a diamond crossing or similar just outside this station entrance. Yeah. Okay. What are you going to do with Johnny Iron Ore? Ooh, he's going to have to come in on one of these. He's pretty low down. Yeah, okay, so... yeah, worry about it in a sec. I'm going to worry about that in a sec. Give me a quick diamond here, please. All right, and then that'll work out as it needs to. Yeah. All right. The interesting thing, this has just occurred to me, obviously, is that the interesting thing here is that I can see what I'm aiming for in my head. And one of the I've said this before and recently as well. One of the things that people used to comment on when I first started out doing this stuff is one of the reasons that this kind of thing appeals, or my approach to doing this kind of thing. One of the reasons it appealed is because I made it moderately clear what was actually going on in my head. Because when you build stuff like this, verbalizing it is quite tricky. To say, yeah, I want it to go over here and do this and that. Unless, of course, you've built yourself what is effectively a blueprint, a mental or otherwise blueprint. It's quite tricky to explain what you're aiming for, especially if you play like I do, where everything is an evolving plan that you then revise and redo in real time by bulldozing it and sticking it back together again. And I just this time, for some reason, I'm just struggling a little to kind of explain what I'm thinking, because it's an organic process, and therefore no, you don't even need that length. An 80 meter here will be absolutely fine. Just slap it in down the side. Now this is where it's going to have to go, because it's the only place that gives me enough room to maneuver. All right, okay. So you go there, and by maneuver I mean it's got to hit the right elevation. So the choices are: we now pull an aggressive uphill swoop around, come in alongside this, and then hopefully get to the right height in order to merge on, or we do the same thing from this side, but then it's a late kind of really aggressive swan neck. Okay, well I think that settles which way we're going. Yeah. All right, so get around as far as here. You've met the elevation pretty much straight away. All right, well that's less challenging than I thought it was going to be. All right, and then if this goes well, we basically just run a straight line here over to about there, like so. Now I didn't actually need to go all that way, but I'm going to try and make these station approaches one way. Now the only way you do that, of course, is by using one-way signals, but I'll do that, and we'll see how we get on with it. But what I am quite pleased with is that this is relatively neat. In its layout, yeah, I'm fairly pleased with that. Yeah, it all needs ballasting, and we probably smooth out this middle bit. Well, get on with it then. Look, if you're taking some time to actually tidy up a bit, then tidy up a bit more than you would do normally. All right, okay, good. Yeah. Now, do you want to talk about these oil trains? No. Okay then. Well, that's super. You're going to have to. Yeah. Oh, this looks great. Yeah, it does. You've still got trucks coming in. Yeah, but they're local now. And that's all fine. All right, well, let's get that put back in. And then we'll call it a day on this episode. And then in the next one, we'll tackle the oil and we'll tackle Camberwick Green. Okay. All right. That sounds like some sort of plan. It's a plan, certainly. Do you reckon you can get up there without looking horrible? It's very doubtful. Well, give it a go. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, another cheeky tunnel. Hold on. Let's make you slightly longer, just to make the curve a little bit nicer. I think you're going to hit too much slope here, Gov. Well, finish it off and have a look. No, there you go. See, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not great. I mean, I wouldn't celebrate it for more than about 5 seconds. which means that your time is up. Okay, all right, fine. What are you going to do with that? Leave it alone. Fix it. Cover it with trees. Yeah. Try this. No, you see, I think that's being influenced by the farm at the top there. Okay, well, in which case, let's do more of it and then cover it with trees. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, I've got some assets. That's nice. Go. Yeah, that didn't work, did it? No. You've got to actually select something. Oh, there you go. Cover it with trees. Perfect. Is it? Hang on. Yes. No, it isn't. Yeah, all right, I know. But look, it looks, it's in keeping with everything else that's going on. Well, it would be if it wasn't, if you'd use the same species. Well, then I shall mingle some species around and make it look biodiverse. And then you can shut your noise. Right, okay, yeah. Super. Yeah, biodiverse, that's what that is. Right, so, yes, then... do you want to... I'm going to do something modestly exotic here. You're not. You're going to do something that you're going to try. It's going to look terrible, and then you're going to abandon it. You have so little faith. I have so great experience. All right, to about there? Yeah. All right. And then buildings. Give me a truck stop, please, which will inherit that one, which is super. And we'll just stick that in right next to the station. Yeah. Get as close as you like. Yeah. Now, when I go through and do the detaily version of this, I'm going to replace a lot of these generic truck stops with fresh ones. Just what you're colliding with. Well, you're a bit too close to the whatnot. There you go. See? I think that looks nice. I think it looks all right. Again, it's not really worthy of praise. Okay, cool. Now we'll finish off this bit of road as well. We're not going to use it, but I do like to. I do like to at least try and fill in roads when I remember to do so, just so it doesn't look quite so, isolated. Okay, I think that's okay. I think that's okay too. Yeah, I think that's all right. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I know. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. Okay. Now, finishing up for this episode, what we shall do is put in a couple of signals. Otherwise, that's the kind of thing that I'm going to be less inclined to remember in the future. So we'll stick one there. Yeah. All right. And then we'll stick one here because it's on the way out. Yep. We'll stick one here because it's on the way out. Yeah. We'll stick one down here because it's on the way in. Yeah. And we'll stick one here because it's going to be on the way in. Right. You've turned this into a bit of a no man's land. Yeah, I have. But it should be okay. It should be okay. Now, have I got enough room there? Oh, yeah, you've got loads of room. So we'll put a bit queuing in there. Yeah, we'll put one here. Yes. Yeah. What's this for? That's the local service for local people. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. So a signal there actually doesn't do us any... It's not necessary, but it should at least keep stuff flowing. And then we need to turn our attention over here. Good luck. You sit on that about there. You put one about here. We'll do the... No, wait. Now, you've got 2 steel trains. You're going to need to fix the pathing on this route up there, because that's not going to work. Okay, all right. So I'm not going to put any signals on there. I'm just going to let it be broken for a minute. Yeah, you've already broken this. Yeah, steel train. See? Yeah, right. And over here, another steel train. They should never be on the same track because it's only a single track. All right, there you go. That's going to wrap it up for today. It's broken. I've been Colonel Failure, and I will continue to be Colonel Failure in the next episode, where I shall continue to do this. I've got to unbreak all of that. That's not a huge task. That's relatively easy. Continue running the main line up to Camberwick Green, the freshly established Camberwick Green. Hook up some bits and pieces onto Camberwick Green. That's important too, for reasons. And then do the thing with the oil that I'm really reluctant to do. That's going to be great. All right, okay. I shall leave you looking at a static, oh dear, scenario trains vis-a-vis. Yeah, yeah, there we are. Just, isn't that evocative? It is evocative because I say so. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Cheerio. A quick note for you on high concept stuff. Now, I frequently think about high concept stuff, and a lot of this is off the back of my I'm going to say upbringing, but this is not my parents doing. This is just the amount of kind of media that I exposed myself to as a young Herbert. So, you know, I got Dungeons and Dragons when I was 12, I guess, and it was either first edition or very early second edition. Sort of been 1983, 4, 5, something like that. And I didn't read all the rules. I didn't need it to. I read the first few sections of the rules, and it immediately triggered I get this. I totally understand what this is. I understand this conceptually. The whole point of a dungeon master, and then you've got the adventurers doing their separate stuff. I got it immediately. It was an ability for me to be the god of that world while other people existed within it. Played it with my family a couple of times and they didn't get it. They go like, well, how come you're controlling all of this stuff and we only get one thing each? That doesn't seem fair to me. And you kind of go, no, that's not the point. The problem was that I had too little experience to articulate these things. Couple that with the fact that home computing and video games were nascent, but they weren't all pervasive at that point. And you know, I'd play as much as I could get my hands on, which was precious little. And therefore, I was watching a lot of television, and particularly, you know, anytime sci-fi stuff was on, I'd be watching that because that was just brilliant. I love sci-fi stuff, and then, you know, couple that with game shows which were on, and sports shows and soap operas and all of this kind of stuff, and it built up a library alongside all the books that I was reading at the time. And then I started getting 2000 AD in 1980, blah. Again, when I was quite young, I had been getting. My mum said, I mean, I must have been like 8 or 9. She goes like, "Do you want a comic every week?" And I went, "Yeah," and I got the Dandy, which was fine. But then, you know, a couple of years passed, and I went, "Oh, any chance I could change up?" I had to do odd jobs in order to earn the Dandy rocking up every Saturday. But it was great. It rocked up every Saturday. It was something to do on Saturday morning. But yeah, I switched it up and got 2000 AD instead. Oh, yes. My first 2000 AD was number 460 something like that. And I got that all the way through to like 1300 or so. It was great. I really liked 2000 AD. But then, you know, VHSs came along. Having a home video recorder. Very first thing I saw on a home video recorder, Flash Gordon. Wonderful. Just fantastic. And my dad had like 3 or 4 movies in total that he'd just got, and the rest of it was all rentals. You couldn't really buy movies at the time. It was mostly movie rentals, apart from a few classics. And he had Patton, the George C. Scott Patton movie, and MASH, and I watched them to death. And it gives you a sense of my dad's taste in movies. But yeah, no, I watched the heck out of those, and all of this built into a library, an ever expanding library of style palettes, of kind of tonal mixtures, and a lot of the high concept stuff, he said, returning to the original topic, a lot of the high concept stuff that I do, it's only because I've got this enormous wealth of entertainment forms, of storytelling, of this and that and the other that I consumed as a kid, that has just fed into or set off, you know, the mental synapses that adds 2 things together and kind of goes, or piles on a whole bunch of stuff all over the place. And now that I work in making games, that dictionary, that library of kind of idea generation is just vast. And therefore, but you take stuff that really resonates and you stick it on top of something else, and then you bring in something else from the side, and you've got something, while not wholly original, is it might well be a fresh take on something, or something that could well trigger memories for someone else as well. So their own references come in, and that's just fantastic. But most of all, it's really nice to be able to exercise all of these bits and pieces that you've got going on, just stuck in long-term storage, and fling them together and kind of kit bash it to come up with things. I mention this purely because I've got so many high concept ideas for kind of video stuff that I do. The downside is that I am so, I say trapped, but I don't mean it in a negative way. I'm trapped into the content pipeline, as it were, of sticking videos out, that I rarely get the time to kind of go, right, instead of it being, I'm going to spend an hour to an hour and a half on a video, I'm going to spend the next 2 days putting something together. And the ones where I've spent 2 days putting them together, I'm always disappointed in the end result. A little bit disappointed, because I have to draw the line somewhere. I have to say, like, nope, that's it. You've got to get it done now and get it out. You've got screaming mouths over here that need feeding, in terms of the content pipeline. But it's endlessly rewarding. I'm always quite satisfied with how I've done, but never wholly satisfied. It's fantastic, and I advocate it to anybody. I don't exactly know what I'm advocating, but I advocate it anyway.